Hey friends, welcome back to Homestead in a Box. My name is Leah and I'm super thankful to have you here. It's been a minute. I didn't have a video last week. I originally was going to have one over harvesting turkeys. However, I had to put the brakes on harvesting turkeys and to make some more room in the freezer. I am learning a lot when it comes to just learning how to preserve meats and just making the best out of my freezer space. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today, but while I talk a little bit about like what winter is going to look like here and on our channel, I got all of my lettuce seeds in the mail. Now I ordered these off of Amazon. It was a pack, all of these together. It was over 230,000 seeds. I'm just going to tell you the names of them. There's romaine cimarron. It's a red romaine. Grand Rapids lettuce. Great Lakes head lettuce. An iceberg lettuce. Oak leaf red lettuce. That's really pretty. Red salad bowl lettuce. Romaine, Paris Island. Waldman's green, butter crunch, which is really, really good. It's one of my favorite lettuces. And then black seeded Simpson, and I have this growing also. So all of these seeds, I purchased them all together less than $16 on Amazon. Several people messaged me and said that you ordered some too. So I'm super excited about that. I will put a link for these seeds down in the description below if you do decide that you want to grow some salad with me this winter. So what I've done is I've tried to make it like the easiest way possible. I've just kind of walked around and gathered some items. So this is an old spinach container. It was a spring mix. I say spinach, it was a lettuce container. Spring mix. I drilled holes in the bottom of it. This is a meal prep container. I mean, it's just not very deep at all. I put holes in the bottom of it. And then this is just a Dollar Tree, well, a $1.25 tree now, hanging pot. And I've just filled it up. So one great way to be able to save some money while planting seeds is by filling up the bottom of your containers with a lesser value dirt. Okay, I use like native dirt from here. Doesn't have a whole lot of minerals or anything like that, and it's not going to feed your plants. Okay, but you can do that and fill up the bottom and then just use your potting soil for the top. If you're in a situation to where you're just trying to be as frugal as possible, that is an option, and that's super easy to do. So you can grow lettuce and just anything that can hold some soil and has drainage in it from around your house. You can grow this lettuce all winter long, okay, with a little bit of frost cover. You may have to have frost cover depending on where you're at. I'm in eastern Oklahoma, and I have to use a little bit of frost cover, but probably more so because I'm paranoid about it. But a frost cover for these that I will use is just a tub, a clear plastic tub. I'll just turn it over upside down. I'll sit these on the lids, put the tub over them this winter. That way, if we do get hard frost, it'll protect my lettuce that's growing, and I can just come out and cut my lettuce off and eat it as I need. So if you have it on your heart to want to grow some food, I encourage you to grab some lettuce seeds, if nothing else, and grow some lettuce. So let's get these planted and talk about what wintertime is going to look like around here and what's been on my heart lately. So I love red lettuces, and I've never had this oak leaf red, so I'm definitely going to try it for sure. Okay. Alright, so it's getting cool around here. I harvested some turkeys last week. If you follow me on social media, you've seen that. And I will have a video of harvesting turkeys on YouTube. It just didn't happen as soon as I'd like. So I had to make freezer room, and what that means is I really have to kind of up my preservation game. And because I also have meat birds that are on their way to they're growing out right now as we speak. So I'm gonna need room in my freezer for them, on top of I have 4 more turkeys to harvest that I need room for. So I did order a grinder so I can be able to grind meat. That way it's not whole turkeys in my deep freezer, but it just got me into thinking, like, preserving food it seems simple from the outside, you know, but whenever it comes down to it, you don't want your food to go to waste, you know. And it's kind of windy, so I'm protecting the seeds with my hand, and I'm just gonna kind of spread them out just like this, and then just cover them back up. And I'm doing this whole entire pot with this red. It says days to maturity is 65, so hopefully we will. Which these kind of lettuces, I just use as salad lettuces, really. Anyway, so preserving food, you don't want to waste your food. You know, you want to preserve it the best way possible. And so it's got me thinking just about food preservation and just putting up food and canning and things like that. And so that is what I really want to, I'm going to be learning more about this winter. I have a lot of tomatoes that I've just frozen and put in my freezer that I want to make. I would like to make my own tomato soup with some of the tomatoes that I have put up. I have a lot of green tomatoes. I mean, there's just a lot of preserving that I want to learn more about this winter, because there's a lot that I don't know anything about, you know. I know the basics of it just from reading, you know, but however, there's a lot more that I want to learn. So, although I'm still going to be growing food this winter, most definitely going to still be growing food. The butter crunch, I'm also going to be putting, this is all red lettuce, so I like that. And the butter crunch I'm putting here. So I'm definitely going to still have my big garden going and things like that, but I really just want to kind of learn how to bake bread better. You know, I can bake bread, but I want to bake bread better. I want it to be like real bread. Hi, guy. The turkey. Can you see it? Okay. I was like, I don't know if y'all can see him, but I want to learn how to make bread bowls, and I want to learn how to make just really delicious soups, and learn how to preserve soups. And I've been buying beans, different types of beans. Like I bought some cranberry beans. I've never had cranberry beans, but so I want to just slow down and concentrate on preserving and just cooking more from staples, learning more about cooking from staples. I've had a sourdough starter that I bought last year at a homesteading conference that I haven't started yet because I've just been scared to start it because I don't want to ruin it. I started my own sourdough last year and just kept forgetting to feed it, you know. So it's definitely something that takes time and making, you know, being diligent about it, and I really want to concentrate on that this winter as it slows down. So I'm definitely going to still be doing garden tours and showing you my garden and how well things are growing. We have minimized the amount of animals that we have, that we will be having to take care of over winter. That's another thing that was important to me. Last year we had all the animals and I took care of them over winter, and although Tree will be home this winter, we have to really put our main focus on our rabbitry this winter. So we don't have the pigs anymore. We won't have turkeys. All we'll basically have are some egg layers and our rabbits throughout the winter. That way we can focus on the things that we really want to just kind of slow down and focus on. So like I said, I still will be doing gardening and things like that and just talking about it, because you may not understand this, but I garden all year, okay, year round. That means in February, pretty much like the only month you're not starting seeds is December, you know. And then depending on what kind of flowers, some flowers you do need to start them pretty early like that. So I'm going to take the winter months and just kind of slow down and still garden, but learn more about preserving and baking and things like that. And I hope that you still stay here and that you still join me and you come along with me on my journey. And I hope that maybe you can, you know, we can learn from one another. You know, there's lots that I have yet to learn, that I want to learn. A few things I'm going to be doing with just in the next upcoming weeks is bone broth. I've never actually done my own bone broth. And in this little small one here, for a fact, I know this black-seeded Simpson lettuce here. Oh, can you see it? Okay. It's a real, I like it when it's short, so I'm just going to put it in the one that has the least amount of depth for the roots. So, I will try to make a few videos of the things that I'm doing like that and post them on here, maybe in like its own playlist of just like in the kitchen or something like that, because I believe that one of the important parts of homesteading is just knowing how to like go back to your roots, you know, go back to the way that it used to be in a more simple living. And to be able to do that, like you're required, you should know how to do certain things. And preserving food, knowing what to blanch and what not to blanch, knowing what has to be pressure canned and what has to be water bath canned. And I just want to really dive deep into that. I want to learn about fermentation and just all of that this winter. And what I learn, I want to tell you all about, and what you all learn, I hope that you share in the comments and just fill me in on too. And that's really just what I want to create, is just this, you know, a place where we still have the garden this winter, but I really want to just focus on preserving food and just being better at baking just staples, breads, tortillas, rolls, muffins, things like that. So I'm going to finish getting these in here, and I'm going to spritz these with a little bit of water, stick them over on my table, leave them alone, let them seed, and kind of do their thing. So thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me this afternoon. I know it was just kind of a video of me sitting here planting some seeds, but I just wanted to let you know what to look forward to this winter. And if it's something that you're interested in, like, you don't even have to be a homesteader or anything like that to learn how to, you know, preserve food in different ways, you know, to get a bang for your buck. Like right now, I was thinking about telling a lot of people, if you like zucchini, even if you're going to Walmart and buying zucchini while it's really affordable right now, you know, go buy it, chop it up and freeze it, you know, or shred it for zucchini bread this winter or something. So even though you aren't growing your own food, you can still go and be smart about the way that you are preserving the food that you do have access to, for sure. The I'm canning this week are carrots that I have bought from the grocery store that I'm just going to be chopping up and canning because I just have an abundance of them, and we like carrots, and I'll throw them in soups or something like that, and they've already been in the fridge, so the best way for me is just to can them. Plus it gives me a little bit of experience on canning, and I'm really just trying to take in as much of that as I possibly can. So thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me and just visiting with me and having a seat here with me. If you've had it on your heart to want to grow some food and you just want to grow something really easy, it's not hard at all, I will put the link to these lettuce in the description below. You can go grab the lettuce pack. It has over 230,000 seeds. The great part about lettuce is a lot of it you can just cut, eat, and it grows back again. You only have to plant it one time. You're kind of in control. You can manipulate lettuce to whether you want it to grow in a head or a bundle, or if you just want to kind of eat it as a little small miniature small lettuce that you, like I said, you just cut and they come back again. So take it into consideration. You can do it in a meal prep tray, okay? Even if it's just one bowl on the back of your balcony, I encourage you to practice. If you want to learn how to grow food and you want to just have a garden next year, practice right now in the winter with some lettuce. Thank you all so much again for coming hang out with me. I'm sending you good vibes. Send some good vibes to somebody that you know, and I will see you all later in the week.